Sinuous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Sinuous. Sinuous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Sinuous means winding, or curvy. 2. Something that is sinuous moves with, smooth twists and turns. 3. Something that is sinuous has many smooth turns, and curves. 4. Moving with smooth twists, and turns, like a snake. 5. With many smooth twists, and turns. Examples. 1. And into the silence, sinuous and pen clear, the first few notes of a flute concerto. 2. So I come to meet her, equipped with 3 sets of sinuous arms, and flashing hands. 3. Each piece was sculpted out of a solid block, and seems to defy gravity, with sinuous shapes. 4. Surfaces with sinuous wave ripples indicate a position in a shore face environment. 5. The road is very sinuous, following the inequalities of the uncertain ridge. 6. They moved about his brow in sinuous waves of devouring, round and round, relentless. 7. His long sinuous tail thrashed to and fro as he measured the distance to the ground. 8. And not so very far to the southeast, I knew, were the 4 sinuous channels of Chryse. 9. Finally, it made a sinuous curve toward him, the bulbous knot resembling a head. 10. The sinuous arms were gangly, the hands long and leathery, tipped with hooked claws. 11. She turned to David, her vision spotted with sinuous shapes from, staring into the fire. 12. Never in his life had he seen a river before this sleek, sinuous, full-bodied animal. Slanderous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Slanderous. Slanderous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. A slanderous statement about someone is not true, and is intended to damage other people's good opinion of them. 2. A spoken statement that is slanderous is untrue, and intended to damage the reputation of the person that it refers to. 3. Deliberately lie about someone, in order to harm them, your statement is slanderous. Examples. 1. Until people can prove their slanderous accusations, I will not believe them. 2. The police detain individuals, who participate in slanderous comments, about the government. 3. If not, will he stop making these slanderous remarks, about unemployed people? 4. Many of us have criticisms about incidents, that are not necessarily slanderous. 5. He wanted an explanation for, what he described as slanderous remarks. 6. Forgive the slanderous reference, she said, nodding to her companions in the pen. 7. Don't make slanderous statements, or anything else that might violate someone's privacy. 8. How soon do slanderous reports, vain jests, wanton speeches, creep into the heart? 9. No, he said robustly, as if dismissing a preposterous, and possibly slanderous allegation. 10. You have the right and the duty to correct the record regarding this slanderous falsehood. 11. Stage design conspiracies are outrageous and slanderous, he tweeted on Saturday. 12. Anderson's suit alleges the complaints filed to the city were misleading and slanderous. Solicitous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Solicitous. Solicitous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. A person who is solicitous shows anxious concern, for someone or something. 2. very concerned about someone's safety, health, or comfort. 3. Showing care, and helpful attention to someone. 4. Meticulously careful. Examples. 1. Larry spoke to Davis in sympathetic and solicitous tones during the interview. 2. We can see the soft expression in their eyes, caring and solicitous, watchful. 3. The boys were solicitous of each other's confidence, the quick were sensitive with the slow. 4. During the first few days, I thought she seemed very solicitous too, win his admiration. 5. Their lashes flash blue or violet, and they are particularly solicitous of male shoppers. 6. When they were young she had been so solicitous of him, always his defender. 7. On board, smaller ships win with readers, for their intimate ambience, and solicitous crews. 8. Pantalaimon pulled free of the monkey's solicitous paws, and stumbled to Lyra's arms. 9. Celia handed her bags to the solicitous waiter, in a bow tie and sat down, sighing mightily. 10. His initial expression of solicitous pleasantry is, replaced first by alarm and then by disdain. 11. Right from his solicitous first sentence, "Excuse me, sir, but may I be of assistance?" 12. In public, away from the cameras, the movie Virago becomes a solicitous bluestocking. Spacious. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Spacious. Spacious. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Spacious is an adjective, that means roomy, or having plenty of room. 2. A spacious room, or other place is large in size or area, so that you can move around freely in it. 3. A spacious house, room etc. is large and has plenty of space to move around in. 4. Having or giving more than enough space or room, vast, extensive. 5. Great, large, not confined or limited. Examples. 1. First she opened the double doors in the kitchen, and found the spacious dining room. 2. Xander watched them both, as they sat across from him in the spacious living area. 3. The spacious kitchen reminded her of Ullie's lab with its landscape of stainless steel. 4. The house was spacious and had rooms for the house serfs, and apartments for visitors. 5. The bedrooms in my mom's new house are large and spacious, and ditto for the kitchen. 6. They trekked back down the hallway to the family room, and then into a spacious kitchen. 7. I've got a lounge, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom and there's a hall so it feels spacious. 8. She occupied the largest suite in the structure, 7 spacious rooms on the top floor. 9. I watched the warlock move about the opposite side of the spacious rectangular cave. 10. Their villages and towns were spacious, formal, and guarded by moats and palisades. 11. An hour later, Joaquin swung Mark's car into Maya's very, very spacious driveway. 12. Charles's house was neat and spacious, with large, bright windows and shiny floor. Spontaneous. Meaning with examples. Pronunciation. Spontaneous. Spontaneous. It is an adjective. Meaning. 1. Spontaneous things are natural or instinctive, and they happen without warning. 2. Spontaneous acts are not planned or arranged, but are done because someone suddenly wants to do them. 3. A spontaneous event happens, because of processes within something, rather than being caused by things outside it. 4. Happening naturally, without planning or encouragement. 5. Growing naturally or without cultivation, as plants and fruits, indigenous. Examples: 1. Their spontaneous outbursts of song were, accompanied by lively music. 2. I had another spontaneous miscarriage at, around the 16th to 18th week. 3. The drawing remains a permanent reminder of, that spontaneous and kind gesture. 4. The players obviously all heard the nick, you could see that from their spontaneous reaction. 5. His jokes seemed spontaneous, but were in fact carefully prepared beforehand. 6. Spontaneous maturation is when meiosis continues, without hormonal stimulation. 7. This data does not distinguish between, spontaneous versus assisted reproduction. 8. Maybe for the sake of business arrangements, she restrained a spontaneous reaction. 9. My assistant had to remain in C, since this trip was so spontaneous, he says. 10. It's also a powerful predictor of how we act, in certain kinds of spontaneous situations. 11. Thank you, my dear friends, for your spontaneous welcome to these gentlemen. 12. It was the first spontaneous hug she had given her father, since her most remote childhood. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, for more videos.